Looks like there's a graphics card missing. Alright guys, yeah, so today is going to be a fairly quick episode. I'm just going to film this on my phone, plus I need to test this follow camera type of deal here. Anyway, yes, it's true, I did sell my 3080, but it's not for the reasons that many of you may think. I did see the AMD RDNA 2 launch video. It's great, it's exciting, but not for me. None of this excites me at all. And I'll tell you why maybe you should not consider it either. I'm just gonna briefly explain what happened with the 3080. Now, many of you know that I overpaid for the 3080 just to get my hands on, and it was more of a business decision. It wasn't really a personal decision. Yes, I need that right now. I wanted to launch this channel here to, you know, many months ago, and I never could do it, but then finally I got something exciting, and I wanted this card just so I can give content out that is exciting and people would come to this channel, because there was no content of VR with the 3080 for sim racing, particularly with the Assetto Corsa Competizione. This channel was the first one worldwide to bring out some footage with those benchmarks, and this is why I got the 3080. Eventually I did know that I'm probably not going to keep it forever, but I did want the Founders Edition, so all in all it was, you know, a fairly obvious, you know, decision for me to purchase this. However, what happened now is that a couple of days ago my hardware shop called me and said, listen, we got the 3090 that you ordered in stock for you. It's laid down for 1 week. Do you want it or not? We can keep it for you for 1 week without payment. I'm like, it's a big decision. And that was like right the moment before the RDNA 2 launch video. So I'm like, okay, I just let's see if anybody wants to have the 3080 for the same amount of money that I paid for it, because I don't want to lose money. This channel isn't sponsored. I'm one guy here paying for all of this until this gets traction. So I'm like, okay, I'll place an ad, and another streamer called me and said, look, I'll pay for that the same amount of money that you paid for. I'll get it because he needs to stream. He has like followers and whatnot. So for him, it made also sense to get his hands on this card. So I'm like, okay, look, yeah, let's do that deal. We met up. He bought it, and then I had some money and put some more money on it to get the 3090, and now I have this MSI overclocked 3090, which again is a lot of money, but to me that kind of made sense to put more money towards that, because for this I paid the MSRP price instead of paying 500 euros over you know, the price that I paid the 3080 for. And that's the only reason why I got this. Well, not the only reason. I think this is still going to be good for Assetto Corsa in VR. So we're going to do some more testing. I doubt I don't have the time nor the strength today to even unbox this, but I will put this in the rig and we'll do some testing, and I'm pretty excited to see what this can do compared to the 3080. Now, I know that many of you are here for the, like, what's wrong with RDNA 2? Nothing, except if you are a sim racer, and chances are that if you are watching this channel, that you are using VR headsets, then you need to listen to what I have to say, because I think that this is something that many people are overlooking, and I want to warn you. If you notice, most of you will be on iRacing, right? Most of you have VR headsets, those of you who are watching this channel. Now look, in iRacing, there is a feature that's called SPS. This feature is arguably the most important thing, or the most important feature in iRacing to enable good performance in VR. Now that feature works only with NVIDIA cards, and I think that many people are getting too excited about, okay, RDNA 2, good price, good stats, good benchmarks. That's all fine, but it doesn't concern you at all if you are in VR, particularly in iRacing. There may be changes, I don't know. Maybe iRacing will update something, maybe there will be some, add-ons, some upgrades, some updates. I have no idea. All I can tell you is that SPS requires an NVIDIA card, and it better be 1080 or at 1000 series upwards. So if you have a 980, this feature does not work. 1080, it works. 2080, it works. 2070, it works. 3080, 3070, all of this new stuff will be supported. But you need that feature. It is very important to get the performance up. I don't want to see what happens if SPS is disabled. We can try it. Well, probably don't need to try it on the 3090, but however, this feature single-handedly propelled VR into what it is nowadays. And yeah, if you have watched, I believe I've watched the entire launch of RDNA 2, and there hasn't been a single word mentioned about virtual reality. There is no mentioning of VR whatsoever. So all of this is great. I like the price. I like the competition that's happening between AMD and NVIDIA. I am by no means any fanboy of NVIDIA. I couldn't care less. If AMD could do all of this in VR and better, Jesus, I would be all over AMD. But for me right now, it makes no sense because first I want to record in OBS. OBS, all the encoding is NVENC. If you want to use the NVENC technology on the encoder, it's on a dedicated chip with the NVIDIA graphics card. There is no reason for me to, for those of you who want to stream, NVIDIA is the obvious choice. I'm sorry, I hate to say that, and I hate to pay it. Obviously, I hate to pay it. Believe me, this is my own money getting out of my own pockets. There is no sponsors on this channel, as of yet at least. So try and consider this. If you are using monitors, then it doesn't concern you. Go buy an AMD card. If you get your hands on it, buy it. But I believe it's an important information because it's a little feature, it's one tick SPS, but it's important and can get overlooked very quickly because I remember me watching the AMD release, I'm like, ooh, this could be nice, getting a 3090 performance out of a $1,000 card by AMD. Yes, I would be interested in that, but no, it's not gonna work. I can tell you already. Plus, pay attention to the details because the benchmarks that were made towards the 3090 with the, what's it called now, 6900 XT? Don't get caught up on the titles. I don't remember what it's called. The highest end AMD card. It actually says next to the benchmarks, there is an asterisk saying it will work with the Ryzen 5 CPU. So if you are not planning on upgrading your CPU and the GPU and probably everything else around it, I don't know if it requires a new button board or not. Chances are many of those features will probably work only on the very newest systems. You may need different RAM, you may need, I don't know what it all needs, but I can tell you that it's been tested on the newest platforms, that's for sure, on the best of the best that they could get their hands on to, benchmark. So if you're not planning on doing all of this, I don't think those numbers will apply to the benchmarks that you saw. So just consider all of this. I believe it's important information for you to consider. And that's about it on this episode. I don't have anything else credible or important to say. Do subscribe, do share, do like, do comment. All of this helps to grow this channel. I do want to grow it big. This is why I invested in all of this. I also want to get into streaming, but we need performance to stream. I want to stream ACC. I believe this is the most immersive game that we can go towards. But again, if this 3090 won't be able to keep up the frames with ACC in the most beautiful setup, then yeah, ACC needs to step it up, because then it's just optimized bullshit. It is what it is. I mean, if any other sim can deliver great performance looking great, I mean, it's not gonna be as great as ACC, but come on, it can't run ACC on 45 frames. That's just their fault then. But yeah, all of this we will take a look at in the next episode. Take care. By the way, this works pretty good. I enjoy this. Unfortunately, it's on a cell phone, but this technology is available for DSLRs. However, much more expensive. All right, see you on the next one.